Hi, welcome to the Ellis Talker Show. I'm DV LeBron, and today I wanted to talk to you again about some veterans issues. I wanted to go ahead and get some more information for you, so I went ahead and did a little bit of homework. And here is what I came on. I talked to a claims examiner at the VBA because I wanted to get you guys some more information on some of the things that are affecting VBA claims. And there are two things that I was told. One of them is that veterans are not spending enough time on their disability claims. For instance, they're having migraines, so they write on a statement, "Hey, I'm having migraines. Has to be through because of my military service. So, yeah, I'm having headaches." Well, that is not going to work, and the reason it's not going to work is because the Department of Veterans Affairs requires that there's some proof, and without proof, you're just not gonna you're not gonna get it by just saying you have something. That's just not how it works. So I wanted to go ahead and let you know that that's one of the things that this person saw, and the other is the veterans not spending. They're being lazy on their the issue and not doing enough. They also are not getting the help, because you should have about 80% of the claims that are turned down are because you did not seek help. So seek help. Try to get an organization to help you, a VSO, Veteran Service Officer, or one of the companies that I mentioned in the first podcast, like VetComp and Penn and Vets Guardian, will help you get a claim. Those charge if you win. So you may want to look at those. And then a problem that the claims examiner told me, the rater for VA, was that they are on a point system now. So it doesn't allow them enough time to review claims that are a little more complex or that maybe are not put together right. So it is imperative for the veteran to put these claims together right if they want to get their benefits, because the claims examiner just does not have the time to comb through things. So please take the time to get help and find out what it is that you can get help for filing these claims. So I wanted to go ahead and go into the Texas Veterans Benefits. So the state of Texas allows or gives a lot of different benefits for veterans. It's called the Texas Veterans Commission, and there is a bunch of benefits. And I'm going to go through cover all aspects pretty much of the things that veterans need. So let's talk about homes. Texas has 9 veterans homes. Now these are the homes where veterans who are sick, need a place to stay, not doing well. This is where they go. So Texas has 9 of them. One in Amarillo, Big Spring, Bonham, El Paso, Floresville, Houston, and McAllen, Temple, and Tyler. These homes are open to veterans who were not dishonorably discharged and their spouse or unmarried surviving spouse. Gold Star parents are also eligible, provided they meet the age requirements for residency. This is like basically the old folks home, and they take care of their vets there. Basically, the vets have somewhere to go. Let's talk about the financial benefits. Disabled veterans property exemptions. Now, this is big. So if you saw your recent tax bill, you saw you got hit pretty hard. And some of you are protesting this tax bill. As a veteran, a disabled vet, you do get some discounts on it. If you're 100%, you no longer pay the property taxes. So that is something that can be very nice. But let's go into that. Property tax exemptions for 100% disabled veterans and their surviving spouses. And then they have veterans with 10 to 90% VA disability can get a reduction of their home assessed value from 5,000 to 12,000 depending on the disability rating. Surviving spouses also qualify, so they can knock out 5 to 12 grand off your assessed value. I'm sure that will help you some. Some counties offer homestead tax exemptions as well for these vets. Free driver's license for disabled veterans. Veterans with service connection disabilities of at least 6% and an honorable discharge can get a Texas driver's license for free, or an ID card. Now that is pretty cool. You can get your license for free if you're a disabled vet and you meet that criteria. And then there's home loans. Texas Veterans Land Board. Now let me go into this Texas Veterans Land Board a bit. So they have some restrictions, but basically they'll give you land loans. Texas is currently the only state that offers land loans with up to $150,000 with 5% down and 30-year rates. You need at least an acre, basically. So, in order for you to get a finance up to $150,000, it's got to be at least an acre of land. But on the Veterans Land Board site, that they can help you with. So you could try to find land somewhere, and they're the only program in the country that actually funds this. So Veterans Home Improvement Program. This is a really cool program. So Veterans Land Board has a program. So you want to get, there are things you have to get for your house. The tile is bad. The bathroom's awful. You need some help on this house. So the Veterans Land Board offers home improvement loans up to $50,000 for a maximum of 20-year payoff, or 10-year payoff for loans of $7,500. $10,000 veterans with a VA service connection disability rating of 30% or greater qualify for a discounted interest rate. Can you believe that? You get up to $50,000 to update your house if you're a disabled vet. So you want to get, windows done. You want to get floors done. You can get yourself a good loan at a good rate if you are a disabled veteran, 30% or above. The loans may be used for alterations, repairs, improvements to the veteran's home. The improvement must substantially protect or improve the basic livability or utility of the property. In other words, it's got to be functional. You can't get crazy. It's got to be functional. So one of the things that people ask about is education benefits, especially veterans, for your children. So there are a lot of VA stuff that goes on, but let's go into what Texas does. Texas has the Hazelwood Act. The Hazelwood Act is a state of Texas benefit that provides qualified veterans, spouses, dependent children with educational benefits up to 150 hours of tuition-free college at state schools. So they pay the tuition. This does not include living expenses, books, or supply fees. You know what? Them kids can go figure it out like you did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can pay for their own books. So the veteran must have been a Texas resident when they entered the service. That's the part that sucks. Like, for instance, California does not require you to have came in California or etc. for you to get these benefits. You can get these benefits no matter what. Texas wants to make sure you're enrolled in Texas. So if you are a Texas native and have this honorable discharge, 181 days of active duty, used up all your federal VA education benefits, not in default with student loans, and meet the GPA academic standards, you can apply for these things. Legacy Act, there's another program. Veterans eligible for the Hazelwood Act can assign unused hours to a children under certain condition. Now, the Texas resident, biological child, 25 years or younger, meets GPA and academic. It's pretty much always the same. They got to be able to make it through college in order for the state of Texas to help you get them through it. Only one child can use the Hazelwood Legacy at a time, so you can go ahead and give one of your kids something, and then the other kid you can go ahead and and give them something later. Spousal and dependent children are eligible veterans, duty reserve, and Texas National Guard who died in the line of duty as a result of service-connected injuries or illness, are missing in action, or who, God bless those missing in action. God bless their families. I mean, may they get peace. As a result of the service-related injury or illness, are entitled to each receive 50 credit hours tuition-free college. That's pretty cool. Like the normal Hazelwood Act, and the veterans must have been a Texas veteran or a Texas resident when they entered the service. That's pretty. I mean, I understand why they do that, but that's pretty hosed up. Have no federal education, VA education benefits. Listen up. If you have the post 9/11 GI Bill or GI Bill, whatever it is, and you have not used up, you probably want to go and look at that before you go trying to go at Texas, because if you have any benefits left with the federal government, the Texas educational benefits will not kick in. So a child must have no federal VA education left. You can use it for a child, meet the GPA standards, be a Texas resident, etc. Texas veterans employment benefits. Now, we know that people have been missing jobs, so especially veterans, and that's really important. So you have preference. Wartime veterans have preference in employment with state agencies or offices, as do widows and children killed on active duty. So Texas takes care of your family if you're a disabled vet. So thank you, Texas. I appreciate that. State agencies must practice veterans benefits until 40% of veteran employment. Military time credit towards state retirement. Now this is huge. So imagine you're working 20 years for the state of Texas, and you bought 10 of the 10 extra years for your retirement from the government. So now when you retire with 30, you retire with 40, and you'll have extra money because you paid back the time that you had in active duty up to 60 months. So they won't let you do any more than 60 months. Know that before you apply. Veterans Entrepreneur Program. California education worked for me. Sorry about that. The Veteran Entrepreneur Program provides veterans, entrepreneurs, and veteran small businesses with tools they need to start their own business. Now, this is a pretty cool one. I mean, you can get back and get yourself a little bit of a something going. So that's pretty cool. Texas Veteran Recreational Benefits. Disabled Veterans Hunting and Fishing License. Bro, some people get crazy with their fishing. I mean, they talk about the damn fish more than their women. They get crazy with this hunting, fishing stuff. Well, Texas came through for us veterans and trying to get something. So disabled veterans with 50% or greater disability of who are suffered the loss or use of a foot or leg, a result of service, can get a free combo hunting and all water fishing package. That's pretty cool. So let's go into the Disabled Veterans State Park admission. So there are some really cool there are some really cool parks that the state runs. Well, as a disabled vet with 60% more of service-connected disability, you get free admission to these state parks. You do not have to be a Texas resident to have qualified. So it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. If you are a disabled vet, you will get into Texas state parks for free. Now, this is kind of a morbid section, but it's really important. Texas Veteran Cemetery. Texas has 4 state cemeteries in Abilene, Corpus Christi, Killeen, and Mission. All Texas veterans, their spouses, and dependents, children, are eligible for burial. There is no charge for burial veterans and their family. Visit the Texas Veteran Commission. That's a site basically that tells you everything that that Texas helps veterans with, and they are very veteran friendly. Okay, stay on top of your veterans benefits. Try to get. Look, there are things that you have coming to you because of the service you've given in your country. So look for those things. Like, for instance, if you get 100% VA, You now have medical benefits not for you, just you, but you have them for your family. And you have like a Chapter 34, Chapter 35 education program for your children. Basically, they pay up to a certain amount every year for your children with a maximum amount of, and I don't know the exact numbers, but this will help your child go ahead and navigate school and not have to worry about student loans. I have an older kid, basically graduated with 0 loans. I mean, how many students can say that? But you paid your debt to society. So the state of Texas helps you with that. So again, look up the Texas Veterans Commission for more information on that. And the VA. Make sure when you're filing your stuff, remember, the VA has to go with a doctor's preferential for a veteran. So if you have a doctor that wants to help you out and wants to write out some of the things that are going on with you, that can help you with the VA, because they got to go with the doctor that's preferential to the veteran. It's got to help the veteran, and they'll take it in as a MD signing. So I hope that I provided some of you some information. Okay, one of the things that the veterans, the VBA rater that I talked to told me was that the Vietnam vets are going to have, like 3 different claims that they can file tied to Agent Orange coming soon. And that's big. So I suggest that you go ahead and look into that. Because those of you that are Vietnam vets and had Agent Orange, like my father, know that it wreaked havoc on all parts of your lives. And VA is starting to acknowledge those things. So that's really good. That's pretty much it. Brothers and sisters, if you have questions about veterans benefits, please reach out to me. I really do this little segment of the show on veterans is near and dear. As a 10-year veteran of the Navy, I am all about helping my brothers and sisters in arms. So reach out to me. Send me a message if you got a question. If you have a contact that you want interviewed about VA benefits, go ahead. Let me know. I'm supposed to have a group that trains dogs for traumatic experiences or deal with people with trauma. As you know, a veteran with trauma can be a ticking time bomb at times, and we lost many because of the amount of pain that is caused by PTSD. So, again, I thank you for watching. I'm gonna make more segments. You can help me by telling me some of the things you like to know, but otherwise, I'm gonna go the next VA segment. I'll probably go into some of the other state benefits from different places for those of you who live outside of Texas. Try to help you out. If you have questions, again, please let me know, and I will find somebody who is an expert at that. Again, before I close, make sure you subscribe on the Facebook page. Make sure you like the YouTube page. Help this veteran out. I'm really trying to help our local VA veterans and our local community. I really care about y'all. I really do. So I do this for you. Please help me out. Again, thank you for watching or listening to the Ellis Talker Show on veterans. I really appreciate you. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.